Chapter 1: Rethink Your Mindset. In this chapter, Grant introduces the concept of a preacher mindset versus a prosecutor mindset. The preacher mindset is characterized by a fixed belief system and a desire to convince others of your own views. The prosecutor mindset, on the other hand, is characterized by a desire to find flaws in others' arguments and to prove them wrong. Actionable steps for entrepreneurs. Adopt a scientist mindset, which involves being open to new ideas, actively seeking out different perspectives, and using evidence to inform your beliefs. Avoid falling into the trap of a preacher or prosecutor mindset, which can lead to closed-mindedness and a lack of creativity. Context and examples. Entrepreneurs need to be open to new ideas and constantly challenging their assumptions in order to stay competitive and innovative. By adopting a scientist mindset, entrepreneurs can cultivate a culture of learning and experimentation within their organizations. Chapter 2: The Joy of Being Wrong. In this chapter, Grant explores the benefits of being wrong and the importance of embracing failure as a learning opportunity. He argues that in a rapidly changing world, being able to admit mistakes and learn from them is a key ingredient for success. Actionable steps for entrepreneurs. Encourage experimentation and risk-taking within your organization, and make it safe for people to admit mistakes and learn from them. Foster a culture of learning and continuous improvement by rewarding those who take calculated risks and learn from failures. Embrace a growth mindset, which involves seeing failures as opportunities for growth and development. Context and examples. Successful entrepreneurs are often those who are willing to take risks and learn from their failures. For example, Jeff Bezos, founder of Amazon, has famously said that failure and invention are inseparable twins. By embracing failure and being willing to learn from it, entrepreneurs can become more resilient and adaptable in the face of challenges. Chapter 3: Think Again. In this chapter, Grant introduces the concept of cognitive flexibility, which involves the ability to shift your thinking in response to new information or changing circumstances. He argues that being able to think again and reconsider your beliefs is a critical skill in today's fast-paced and complex world. Actionable steps for entrepreneurs. Practice active listening and seek out diverse perspectives in order to challenge your own assumptions and biases. Be open to changing your mind in light of new evidence or feedback, and avoid becoming too attached to your own ideas or beliefs. Cultivate a growth mindset and a willingness to learn and adapt over time. Context and examples. Entrepreneurs need to be agile and adaptable in order to succeed in a rapidly changing business environment. By embracing cognitive flexibility and being willing to think again and reconsider their assumptions, entrepreneurs can become more innovative and resilient in the face of uncertainty. Chapter 4: The Problem with Knowing What You Know. In this chapter, Grant explores the dangers of overconfidence and the tendency to rely too heavily on our own expertise and intuition. He argues that in complex and uncertain situations, we often need to rely on the expertise of others and seek out diverse perspectives. Actionable steps for entrepreneurs. Avoid relying too heavily on your own expertise and intuition, and be open to input and feedback from others. Seek out diverse perspectives, especially from those with different backgrounds and experiences. Develop a sense of intellectual humility by acknowledging what you don't know and being open to learning from others. Context and examples. Successful entrepreneurs are often those who are able to build strong teams and leverage the expertise of others. For example, Elon Musk, founder of SpaceX and Tesla, has credited much of his success to his ability to hire and work with top talent. By acknowledging what he doesn't know and seeking out diverse perspectives, Musk has been able to innovate and succeed in highly complex and uncertain industries. Chapter 5: Escape from the Echo Chamber. In this chapter, Grant explores the dangers of echo chambers and the importance of seeking out diverse perspectives. He argues that when we surround ourselves with people who share our views, we become more closed-minded and less creative. Actionable steps for entrepreneurs. Seek out diverse perspectives, especially from those with different backgrounds and experiences. Encourage open and honest dialogue within your organization, and create a culture of psychological safety where people feel comfortable expressing dissenting views. Be willing to challenge your own assumptions and biases, and avoid becoming too attached to your own ideas or beliefs. Context and examples. In today's highly polarized political and social climate, it can be easy to get trapped in an echo chamber and surround ourselves with people who share our views. However, successful entrepreneurs are often those who are able to challenge their own assumptions and seek out diverse perspectives. For example, Mark Zuckerberg, founder of Facebook, has made it a priority to seek out feedback from a wide range of stakeholders, including critics of the company. Chapter 6: Argue like you're right and listen like you're wrong. In this chapter, Grant explores the art of persuasion and the importance of both making a strong case for your own views and being open to changing your mind. He argues that effective persuasion requires both confidence and humility. Actionable steps for entrepreneurs: practice active listening and seek to understand the perspectives of others. Use evidence and data to support your arguments, but be willing to acknowledge and address counterarguments. Be willing to change your mind in light of new evidence or feedback, and avoid becoming too attached to your own ideas or beliefs. Context and examples: entrepreneurs often need to be skilled at persuasion in order to secure funding, build partnerships, and sell their products or services. However, effective persuasion requires both confidence and humility. For example, Steve Jobs, co-founder of Apple, was known for his ability to make a strong case for his own views, but also for his willingness to listen to and learn from others. By balancing confidence and humility, entrepreneurs can become more effective communicators and more successful in their endeavors. Chapter 7: The Science of Speaking Up. In this chapter, Grant explores the challenges of speaking up and the importance of doing so, both for individuals and for organizations. He argues that speaking up is essential for creativity and innovation, and that organizations should encourage and reward it. Actionable steps for entrepreneurs: create a culture of psychological safety within your organization, where people feel comfortable expressing dissenting views. Encourage and reward employees who speak up, even if their views are unpopular or challenging. Be open to feedback and criticism, and use it to improve your own performance and that of your organization. Context and examples: successful organizations are often those that are able to foster a culture of innovation and creativity, which requires employees to feel comfortable expressing dissenting views. For example, Google has been widely praised for its emphasis on psychological safety and its efforts to encourage employees to speak up and challenge the status quo. Chapter 8: Think Again Inside the Box. In this chapter, Grant explores the benefits of constraints and the importance of thinking creatively within them. He argues that constraints can actually fuel creativity and innovation by forcing us to think more deeply about the problems we are trying to solve. Actionable steps for entrepreneurs: embrace constraints as an opportunity to think more creatively and deeply about the problems you are trying to solve. Use limitations as a source of inspiration and innovation, rather than as a barrier to progress. Collaborate with others to generate new and innovative ideas, and be open to feedback and criticism. Context and examples: many successful products and services have been developed within tight constraints. For example, Twitter's 140-character limit was initially seen as a major limitation, but it ultimately led to the development of a new and innovative form of communication. Chapter 9: The Joy of Being Wrong. In this chapter, Grant explores the benefits of being wrong and the importance of embracing failure as a necessary part of the learning process. He argues that people who are willing to take risks and make mistakes are often more successful in the long run. Actionable steps for entrepreneurs: embrace failure as a necessary part of the learning process and use it as an opportunity to grow and improve. Encourage a culture of experimentation and risk-taking within your organization, and reward employees who are willing to take risks and learn from their mistakes. Be willing to admit when you are wrong, and use it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Context and examples: many successful entrepreneurs have experienced failure before achieving success. For example, Jeff Bezos, founder of Amazon, has said that the company's success is built on a foundation of failures and mistakes. By embracing failure and learning from it, entrepreneurs can become more resilient and more successful in their endeavors. Chapter 10: From Knowing It All to Learning It All. In this chapter, Grant explores the concept of the learn-it-all mindset and the importance of continuous learning and growth. He argues that people who are able to maintain a growth mindset are often more successful in their personal and professional lives. Actionable steps for entrepreneurs: cultivate a growth mindset by embracing challenges and viewing failures as opportunities to learn and grow. Seek out new experiences and opportunities to learn, both within and outside of your field of expertise. Surround yourself with people who challenge and inspire you, and who can offer diverse perspectives and new ideas. Context and examples. Many successful entrepreneurs are lifelong learners who are constantly seeking out new knowledge and experiences. For example, Bill Gates, co-founder of Microsoft, is known for his voracious reading habits and his commitment to continuous learning. Chapter 11, Rethinking Our Relationships. In this chapter, Grant explores how we can apply the principles of thinking again to our relationships, both personal and professional. He argues that in order to maintain strong, healthy relationships, we must be willing to challenge our assumptions about others, communicate openly and honestly, and seek out feedback and alternative perspectives. One of the key insights from this chapter is the importance of seeking out diverse perspectives in our relationships. By actively seeking out people with different backgrounds, experiences, and perspectives, we can gain a broader understanding of the world and challenge our own biases and assumptions. This can help us become better listeners, more empathetic, and more effective in our interactions with others. Another important takeaway from this chapter is the value of feedback in relationships. Grant suggests that we should actively seek out feedback from others, even when it may be uncomfortable or challenging. By doing so, we can gain a better understanding of our own strengths and weaknesses and identify areas where we may need to improve. Actionable steps for entrepreneurs. Seek out diverse perspectives in your business relationships by building a diverse team or advisory board. Create a culture of open communication and encourage feedback from employees and colleagues. Regularly seek out feedback from customers, clients, and stakeholders to identify areas for improvement and innovation. Chapter 12, How to Rethink a Question. In the final chapter of the book, Grant offers practical strategies for how we can rethink our approach to questions in order to become better thinkers and decision makers. He suggests that we can improve our ability to ask better questions by focusing on 4 key elements: purpose, passion, priority, and proximity. One of the key insights from this chapter is the importance of defining the purpose of our questions. By clarifying what we are trying to achieve with a particular question, we can ensure that we are asking the right questions and not wasting time on irrelevant or unimportant information. Another important takeaway from this chapter is the value of proximity in asking questions. Grant suggests that we should seek out direct experience and first-hand information whenever possible, rather than relying on second-hand sources or assumptions. By doing so, we can gain a more accurate and nuanced understanding of the world around us and make better decisions as a result. Actionable steps for entrepreneurs. Clarify the purpose of your business questions and ensure they align with your overall goals and objectives. Seek out first-hand information whenever possible, through direct experience or primary research. Prioritize questions that align with your values and passion, and be willing to rethink assumptions and beliefs in order to ask better questions.